Welcome back to Cryptids and Cold Ones. I'm John.
Here's Johnny.
And I'm Evan.
I think I'll do a wrap around. We'll wrap around.
And I'm Kyle.
Nickelodeon.
Why are you
I
wearing the
panicked.
vest?
I
Because I
panicked.
have one.
I didn't pick out new intros, so I had to just go with what I had on the soundboard.
Hey, pew pew, fire from the hip.
Sorry, guys. I have a special episode today.
You have a special episode?
I do. I purposely didn't tell you guys what it was.
Is it special like it's different or special like it rides the short bus?
It's special for different reasons. But first, I'm gonna keep you in suspense because housekeeping.
Housekeeping!
Let me fluff your pillow.
We are on all the socials: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Last episode, we did not give out our phone number.
Oh, we need to do that.
We did. You can call and or text us at 989-402-4091. Send us your stories, your sightings. Send us memes.
Yeah. You don't even have to be nice to us. Just be like, you guys fucking suck.
Yeah.
Send.
Criticisms. We haven't gotten any.
We haven't got any real criticisms. Like, they've just been people that don't get our humor.
Yeah, like that one person that was angry about AI Harry Potter that looked like he was a Nazi.
Yeah.
He was upset about that.
He was very upset.
Yeah.
He
about
ruined his
that.
childhood.
It's okay.
How dare you?
That's
it was the
okay.
boy who lived.
And it's a Z on his forehead, not an S.
Well, it was just like that one person that told us we didn't know what we were talking about when we were talking about how Bigfoot can talk to you through Mindspeak.
Yeah. They're like, I want more criticism like that because it's funny.
No, I want reviews. We haven't gotten any new reviews lately.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten any notifications about comments lately.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just let us know what you guys think.
Yeah. We know you're listening because we're seeing the downloads, but
From all over the place,
Yeah.
all over the world. You
we
guys,
got one from Zambia.
it's crazy.
That was wild. I'm like, I've been there. Your country sucks. Continue listening.
Yeah, right. So, but yeah. So we're everywhere at this point.
Yeah.
We're on X as well.
We're like MasterCard.
We are.
Everywhere you want to be,
We're accepted everywhere.
except Zambia.
I recently picked up learning to speak Polish again, so
Oh, yeah?
yeah. I can't remember anything. Cześć is how you say hi. That's about it. But good stuff.
Yeah. Let's
I drank a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers.
Oh, no.
5 beers.
Oh,
6 beers. 7 beers. 8
no. This
beers.
is piney.
9 beers.
It's not bad. It's just very piney.
It almost has like a caramely taste to it.
Yeah. You get the caramel. It's this caramel malty taste to it at the tail end. But right up front, you get that hard pine of the
Yeah.
IPA.
Yeah. We are drinking Flat Brain Red IPA from Old Nation.
7.2% alcohol by volume.
Yes.
And I can tell you, it doesn't taste like a 7.2.
It has a pretty cool chicken on it.
And that is exactly why we're drinking it, because it is another beer curated by my 7-year-old.
It says, named after an iconic rant on the hypnotic stupidity of chickens, Flat Brain is anything but dim. A rich malt body delivers caramel and toffee.
Oh, that's it.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. We were right. Our taste buds didn't lie. While bright citra hops burst with mango, grapefruit, and lychee.
What? Let me see.
Lychee fruit.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Lychee fruit.
Smooth and complex with a crisp finish. It's a bold, tropical leaning brew that rewards focus and maybe even invites a little hypnosis.
I would definitely call it bold. That pine up front is there. I think I would rate this one 4.25 feet. I like it.
I think I would give it a 4.
4?
Just because the pine is a little stout at the beginning,
Yeah.
but I like how it finishes.
It reminds me, the amount of pine in this reminds me of the 51K IPA. Like, it's there immediately.
Yeah, but you don't get the nice smooth finish that you get with this.
Yes, I agree. That's what I'm saying. We
Yeah.
didn't rate 51K as high as we rated this.
So I definitely like this one.
Yeah, I would drink it. This isn't one that I'd sit down and drink repeatedly like the Mother Schmuckers.
I don't think you can. Not at 7.2%.
You could. You just couldn't get up.
That's why it's only sold in
It's a
a
4.
4-pack.
Yeah, but you get the same amount. What is that? No, you don't.
It's a pint.
It's a pint, so 16 ounces, right? 16 times 4. I'm doing the math here.
64.
64, and 12 times 6 is 72, right? Yeah, I did the math right. I did my maths. So yeah, you get more. That's why you get less.
You have a flat brain right now.
I do.
The math is mathing.
Math is mathing. Sorry, guys. I'm special.
So, but yeah, I purposely didn't tell you guys what I was doing today, just so it didn't ruin my intro. Because boys, we're gonna go hunting for the Wendussy today.
Yay!
Heck yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah, I started writing a different episode, and I said I went and opened up my Google Docs, and I had a blank page that just said Wendigo.
It didn't say
So-
Wendussy.
It said Wendigo. It says the Wendigo. So
So it's just going to be a round table on the Wendigo. It's still a blank page.
no, it's one of those things where like pretty much every place I went for research, it was all the same information. So it was kind of hard to like make a full on episode on it because there's so much out there, but also it's so little because it's all the same information everywhere you go.
Yeah.
So I figure we kind of go over, where it comes from, and all that.
Excellent.
So, you guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready.
All right. So the Wendigo is a large part of the beliefs of many Algonquin-speaking people like the Ojibwe, the Saulteaux, I think is how you say it, Saulteaux, the Cree, Naskapi, and Innu people. It has varying descriptions throughout those tribes, but is generally considered a malevolent, cannibalistic, supernatural being that was often associated with the frigid winters of the North, famine, and starvation. Basil Johnston, an Ojibwe teacher from Ontario, once described the Wendigo as being gaunt to the point of emaciation. Its desiccated skin pulled tightly over its bones, with its bones pushing out against its skin. Its complexion, the ash gray of death, and its eyes pushed back deep into their sockets. The Wendigo looked like a gaunt skeleton recently disturbed from the grave. What lips it had were tattered and bloody, unclean and suffering from suppuration of the flesh. The Wendigo gave off a strange and eerie odor of decay and decomposition, of death and corruption. So that's quite the description.
Yeah. I would say.
Were we just talking about Hillary Clinton the last episode?
I just
We
like-
were, in fact.
What was that writer's name again? Basil what?
Basil Johnston.
I always wanted to have a girl and name the girl Basil. I just like the name.
They are often described as giants that are many times larger than human beings. What?
He wanted to name his daughter Basil.
Yeah.
That's why I was staring at him.
He was looking at me.
I was just trying to understand it and looking into his eyes. That's the only way I could understand something like that.
I like the name.
I was going to name my boy Pesto.
I wanted to name John's son Waylon, and I got shot down. I was asked, why Waylon? And I said, because that's the greatest country singer ever. And she said, I'm not naming our kid after some random country music artist from the 70s.
Yeah,
and I said,
random.
Waylon Jennings is not random.
There's nothing random.
But what we did name him after was some random old dude that held the door open for his wife at Crapplebee's and was wearing his Letterman jacket and it had his name on it.
That's real random. A lot.
That's how that came to fruition.
That's how my son got his name. Some random old guy.
Well, we had a great grandfather that offed himself by the same name.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I honestly, if you talk to my son and you hang out with him, you're like, Otto is an old German farmer name and you are about as cranky as one. So
it runs in the family. You are a cantankerous motherfucker.
Good word. Good word.
Oh.
So not the name I would have wanted, but it fits him quite well.
It's funny how that works out some days.
Where was I?
We were plunging headfirst into the Wendussy.
Oh, yes.
I like what you did with that.
I just meant in my reading.
What am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, we're doing a podcast right now.
There we are. They are often described as giants that are many times larger than human beings. And it's said that whenever a Wendigo ate another person, it would grow in proportion to the meal it had just eaten. So it could never be full. Therefore, Wendigos are portrayed as simultaneously gluttonous and extremely thin due to starvation. The embodiment of gluttony, greed, and excess, and is never fully satisfied after killing and consuming one person. They are constantly searching for new victims.
Again, sounds like Hillary Clinton.
Yes. Yep. So, how does one become a Wendigo? Great question, Evan. I'm glad you asked. In folklore, it's said to involve spiritual corruption, primarily through the acts of cannibalism, which invites a malevolent spirit of greed to possess you, leading to an insatiable hunger for human flesh and a monstrous, emaciated transformation.
And Kuyu disease.
What's that?
It's a disease you get from cannibalism. It's prevalent in
I thought it was
New
prion
Guinea.
disease.
No, you're talking about chronic wasting disease. No, Kuyu. I'll look it up.
Okay. I'm going to continue on while Jamie Googles that. That transformation is often seen with a human becoming increasingly selfish, violent, greedy, and having a severe hunger. Taking time for all those attributes to show, and not instantly like shown in some forms of modern media.
So, it's actually Kuru, and it is a type of prion disease, Kyle. You were right. Yep. And it is prevalent in New Guinea, like I said.
Papua New Guinea.
Papua.
It didn't say that. It just said New Guinea. I guess.
I thought that was just one place.
Well, I mean, like, I think.
Who cares?
I don't know.
Unless they listen to us. Do you listen to us?
If we have any listeners from New Guinea or Papua New Guinea, let us know if you guys eat each other.
And if you're a member of one of those cargo cults. They worship the planes.
One of the most infamous real-life Wendigo cases is that of Swift Runner. Swift Runner was a Cree trapper, hunter, and former member of the Northwest Mounted Police. He lived in what is now Alberta, Canada, north of Edmonton. He was known in his community
As a swift runner.
sorry, our TikTok live was about to time out.
Oh, okay.
He was known in his community and was a respected figure until the winter of 1878 into 1879.
Good times.
That year, Swift Runner took his wife, 6 children, his mother, and his brother into the remote forest to hunt and trap for the season. As was customary for Cree families during the harsh Canadian winters. In the spring, only Swift Runner returned. He told authorities that his entire family had died of starvation during the severe winter, and he alone had survived. But something wasn't right. Swift Runner didn't look like a man who had just endured starvation. In fact, he appeared healthy and well-fed. This aroused suspicion.
I can see why it would.
As it should. When investigators traveled to Swift Runner's winter camp, what they found confirmed their worst fears.
And so back Bacon was born.
Hell yeah, dude. So what they found confirmed their worst fears. Human bones scattered around the site, evidence that bodies had been butchered and cooked, a pot full of human fat, and bones broken open, presumably to extract the marrow. Swift Runner confessed to the murder and cannibalism of his entire family, including his youngest son, who he killed after spring arrived, when game and supplies were once again accessible.
Oof.
So he didn't have to do that,
Yeah.
but he did anyways. This crucial detail ruled out starvation as the motive. Swift Runner insisted he had been possessed by the spirit of a Wendigo, the monstrous cannibal spirit from Cree and Algonquin folklore. Swift Runner was tried and convicted in Fort Saskatchewan in 1879. He confessed openly, not denying any of the charges, and reports say that he showed remorse, and he even joked with the priest before his execution. Still, his crime shook the region. He was hanged that same year and was the first legal execution in Alberta.
Oh. Did you see there's a referendum right now in Alberta to leave Canada?
Really?
Yeah, they don't want to join us. They just want,
No, I just want to be their own thing.
which they could because they got all that shale oil.
Huh.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I've always been told that like Nova Scotia
Mhm.
is like a completely alien world compared to the rest of Canada.
I've always been told that people from Newfoundland are fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, it's Newfoundland, not Nova Scotia.
Like,
the Newfies.
I worked with a lot of Canadians when I was in Africa, and all of them constantly made jokes about Newfies. It's kind of like us in like the deep south. Yeah.
My knowledge of Canada is from the Trailer Park Boys.
Bubbles.
Bubs.
You know, so
No one will sing. J-Rock, baby.
Oh
There
man.
once was a cat with a hungry belly. The name of the cat was Whiskers Jelly. His throat was dry and his paw was bare. Meow, me furry cats meow. Soon may the Cayman come with birds and mice and some tasty nums. One
Tasty
day when the
nums.
critters come, we'll eat till our bellies are full. Well, Jelly got his boys and they
The story of Swift Runner became a foundation for the study of what is now known as Wendigo psychosis. A controversial.
You almost made up a new word.
I did.
It's okay.
A controversial culture-bound syndrome described in early psychiatric literature. Symptoms of Wendigo psychosis include depression and withdrawal, insomnia and paranoia, a growing belief that one must consume human flesh, cannibalistic urges even when other food is available, Modern psychology no longer recognizes it as a formal disorder, but anthropologists and psychologists still debate whether Swift Runner was suffering from mental illness interpreted through a cultural lens, or if he was truly experiencing supernatural possession. It's also thought that he was using the Wendigo as a socially comprehensible excuse for the acts he had already inclined to commit. In some Wendigo lore, once someone tastes human flesh, their heart becomes encased in ice, and there is no way back. Only death can cure the Wendigo. Swift Runner's story mirrors that mythology exactly. He crossed the line, and the transformation from man to monster was complete. Now, Evan,
Yes.
before you ask, I'd like to talk about how do you know if you're dealing with a Wendigo?
Yeah, tell me.
I know that was on your mind. Often interactions with a Wendigo are marked with signs like an overwhelming smell of decay, an unnatural cold, strange noises like mimicking voices, the intense feeling of dread, unexplained disappearances, and the actual physical sightings of a gaunt, deer-antlered humanoid or experiencing extreme hunger. Now, I also did read that the deer skull antler thing is not really Wendigo lore.
I disagree.
That was added by, people later on.
Well, it's cooler.
It is much cooler. But I did read that was added later on just to kind of make it scarier, which I don't think you need to make the Wendigo scarier than
I
it
don't
already
Eating
is.
people's pretty scary.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
Jeffrey Dahmer shit.
yeah.
I just want you to watch a movie.
Oh man. Yeah, no. Wendigo. That's one that I wouldn't want to run into. Like, I'm already questionable enough about Bigfoot. Like,
It's even said that the movements of the Wendigo can appear to walk slowly as if it's falling apart, but also has the ability to move with supernatural speed. It has the ability to mimic the voices of your loved ones and has immense strength, speed, and endurance, and can even pull trees from the ground. So what can you actually do if you encounter one? The easiest thing to do is to stay inside and stay warm. And if you do happen to see one, you can seek the help of shamans. But the key to everything is to escape to a civilized area,
yeah.
which will lessen the effects that the Wendigo has on you.
So that rules out Chicago.
Yes. Traditionally, a Wendigo can be cured by forcing them to ingest melted fatty meats like duck meat or, particularly, bear fat. This treatment is not meant to be taken nutritionally, but it is meant to induce vomiting to disgorge the intrusive icy heart of the Wendigo.
Nothing like some bear fat.
The concoction is meant to melt the icy heart, which then can be vomited up.
Yeah.
The meal will cause the afflicted to vomit a large quantity of melted ice, and after some time, they may return to normal. But if they are not able to be saved, you must kill them. And the body must be completely burned to prevent the Wendigo from returning to life. When burning the Wendigo, the body will be destroyed by fire, but not completely killed. All stories focus on the belief that the Wendigo's heart of ice must be destroyed as well, which can be difficult since it will not immediately burn. As a result, the ice heart can be taken from where it remains in the fire and pounded or chiseled into small pieces to make it easier to be melted in the fire. Finally, the blood and any clothing it may still wear must be burned to ash and the area left alone until the land regrows.
Wow.
Ooh,
That is quite
that's a process.
that is quite the process.
So hanging Swift Runner was not enough.
No.
Ooh.
No. According to this, not nearly enough.
Yeah.
You need to kill the fuck out of him.
You need to kill him and then kill him again and then kill him a third time.
And then take all of his
and then after
individual-
you killed him 3 times, then you need to take his heart and smash it into pieces. And then you need to kill the heart.
Yeah.
You need to break it into little pieces and then melt it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Man. That's a interesting scenario.
I honestly didn't know all that.
The more you know.
Yes.
Knowing is half
Knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
Modern problems require modern results.
Yeah.
So, speaking of modern sightings of the Wendigo are often marked by the victim seeing shadowy figures with glowing eyes, hearing strange howls, and feeling the unsettling presence in the remote northern forests. They will describe only catching fleeting glimpses of the creature and will tell of sounds that aren't quite right. I searched and searched and searched for sightings, and for the most part, all I found were the story of Swift Runner and various people that said, I seen one, and that was it.
I seen it.
I seen it. But I did find 3 on Reddit that I would like to read.
Okay.
So this one comes from OK Guys 6969.
Nice.
This is a true story then.
He said, I need to write this down before I convince myself it didn't happen. This happened in December last year. I was visiting my uncle in northern Minnesota, near the Canadian border. He's the kind of guy who prefers solitude, lives in a cabin deep in the woods, no close neighbors, just the trees and whatever lives in them. I never minded visiting. I like the quiet, but after that night, I don't think I'll ever go back. It was the coldest night of the year, at least -30, which is Fahrenheit, not to be confused with -30 Celsius that people in the UK think is cold.
We use freedom units here.
Freedom units. My uncle had gone into town for supplies, so I was alone. The cabin was warm, the fire crackling, and I was scrolling on my phone when I heard it. Something moving outside. Not footsteps, more like a dragging sound, slow and deliberate. At first I thought it was the wind, but then came the knock. Not at the door, at the window. 3 slow, deliberate taps. I froze. My uncle's nearest neighbor was miles away, and no sane person would be out in that cold. The knocking came again. I reached for my flashlight and shined through the window, and I wish I hadn't. Also, he's inside the cabin. I don't know why he's using a flashlight.
Right.
There was something standing just beyond the tree line. It was tall, at least 7 or 8 feet tall, but emaciated, with long, bony limbs. Its skin looked frostbitten, almost blackened, and its eyes were glowing, not reflecting light, glowing on their own, like embers buried in a dying fire. I should have looked away. I should have closed the curtains, but I was frozen, staring, unable to breathe. And then it smiled. Its teeth were too many, too sharp, stretching across its face. It opened its mouth wider than any human should, and then it spoke. Let me in. The voice didn't match the body. It sounded wrong, like a recording played at the wrong speed. Too deep, too garbled. I ran, I grabbed my uncle's rifle, locked the door, and backed into the farthest corner of the room. The knocking stopped, but I could hear it scraping against the walls outside. Slow, patient, like it had all the time in the world. I sat there for what felt like hours, rifle shaking in my hands until my uncle finally came back. The second his headlights swept across the trees, the noises stopped. He found me, pale, sweating, and gripping the gun for like my life depended on it. I told him everything. He didn't say a word, just nodded, checked around the cabin. When he came back, he looked unsettled. There are no tracks in the snow, he said. Nothing. That was impossible. I heard it, I saw it, but there was nothing outside. No footprints, no marks on the walls, just untouched snow and the silent watching trees. I left the next morning and haven't looked back since. My uncle still lives there, but he told me something before I left. If you ever hear it again, he said, don't look, and whatever you do, never let it in. I haven't told anyone else until now, but I know what I saw, and I know it's still out there.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
So we're talking totally paranormal, not like a physical being.
Yeah, and one thing I kind of, the 3 knocks, like what a demon would do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Valid. That is an interesting. I wonder if the mics are picking that up.
Probably not.
Yeah,
I think I got them dialed in when they're not going to.
I would assume not.
Yeah, the wife's upstairs watching Game of Thrones right now, and we're like, I'm playing as it goes.
Murder and titties.
In dragons.
Yeah.
In a short guy that drinks and knows things.
Peter Dinklage. The Dinklage.
All right.
So this next one actually comes from Michigan. It's from a little lady. And it says, here's some background. I grew up in northern Michigan, about 30 miles southwest of Traverse City. My grandparents also live about 5 minutes from where I grew up and have a large acreage of woods, about 117 acres. Growing up, and still to this day, they have an old golf cart and have created long, sprawling trails in the woods. Somewhere in the middle of the acreage is a field, about 2 acres, that has an old sawmill. About 7 years ago, when I was about 13, my sisters, who were 9 and 8, and I decided to go on a golf cart ride through the woods on the trails. My 9-year-old sister sat up front with me, while the 8-year-old sat in the back on a mounted seat facing the opposite way. We drove up toward the field, and once we got through the trees and into the field, I drove about 100 feet and saw this figure a ways ahead of me. It was probably 10 feet tall, was humanly shaped, its legs kind of dragged as it walked, and it was hunched over. Its arms looked semi-detached and dangling. Its face was kind of a gaping black hole, but I saw what I thought was a dangling eye. My 9-year-old sister saw it too, and it began to kind of run towards us. I whipped the cart around and sped home. My grandpa went out with a gun to the field and found nothing. I have been able to find nothing on this for years, and my sister and I are still terrified to this day. The only legend I know of from up there is the Dog Man, and I know it was not that.
Could it have been an injured dog man?
Well,
really injured.
He got hit by a car.
Hit by a semi.
My thing is the Wendigo has supernatural speed. Golf carts are not that fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever they did see probably was injured.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Injured Bigfoot.
It was
injured
probably a
dog.
mangy Bigfoot or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does the jerky motions and all that just to kind of like scare you, but it can move way faster than a golf cart.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, she saw a chronic wasting disease Bigfoot.
Yeah. Yep, that's my take.
So the next one comes from No Reception X, also on Reddit. And it says, this just happened to me less than an hour ago from the time I started writing this at about 10:15 p.m. in eastern Pennsylvania, Bucks County specifically, if you know where that is. We need the Kraken guys to go investigate this one. The first part of my encounter all happened within the span of maybe 20 seconds. I was driving home after seeing my boyfriend, Don't know if y'all care about this, but FYI, I am a 19-year-old female. I want to be completely honest, so y'all know I'm not lying. I hit a dab cartridge once or twice right before this happened. But I have a very high tolerance and no history of weed-induced psychosis or hallucinations. I even doubted myself about what happened until I told my boyfriend when I got home. The drive is about 45 minutes each way, and a drive I do often, like 3 to 4 times a week. I know these roads very well, and I'm not easily spooked. I was about 15 minutes into my drive home. It was raining pretty heavily as I was coming down this one highway. It was pretty dark with only a few street lights here and there. I was pretty much alone on the streets for most of my drive since it was late and it was raining. As I was going down the highway at like 60 miles per hour, I suddenly saw this tall, deer-like figure in my headlights about 200 feet from me. I immediately started braking because from a distance, I thought this was your typical buck standing in the middle of the road. Happens all the time in Pennsylvania, as we have no shortage of deer. But as I was approaching closer to this deer, I see that it's freakishly tall and very slender. It almost looked like someone took an image of a deer and stretched it out vertically. I also noticed that my headlights weren't lighting this thing up. Not even my brights. All I see of it is a bold black silhouette right there in the middle of the road, unmoving. Because all I see is the silhouette, I can't tell if it's standing on 4 or 2 legs. But the height and stretched out quality of its appearance has me thinking it was 2. I was struggling to brake fast enough to avoid this deer without spinning out on the wet roads, but I eventually slowed down. And as I get slower and closer to this thing, it starts going fuzzy. I squint, turn my wipers on faster, it's still fuzzy. As I came to a full stop, it suddenly just disappeared. Completely vanished into thin air. So now I'm stopped in the middle of the road on this empty highway, thinking I'm going insane because this roughly 12-foot tall figure that I know I saw just isn't there anymore. It didn't jump out of the way, it didn't run, it just vanished. I shake off the spooks and I hit the gas again, trying to convince myself that I'm going crazy because the alternative was too scary to think about. A few minutes later down the road, I see something else, this time a lot smaller, closer to the size of your average deer. But it definitely wasn't a deer or any animal that is widely acceptable as real, because it just suddenly showed up in front of my car. Like it wasn't on the left side of the road at all until it was in front of my car running across the road. I should have hit it. It was right in front of me. With the speed I was going, there was no way that I would have made it across the street in time since it was maybe 5 feet from the car when it first appeared. I didn't even get a chance to brace myself for impact with how close it was, but nothing happened. I didn't hit anything, not even a rock under my tire. At this point, I'm convinced that I've gone completely insane. I checked my rearview mirrors to see if there was even a deer, but it was too dark to tell. The rest of my way home, I drove as slowly as I safely could, just in case I saw something else. Alas, I made it home without another incident. I don't know what exactly I saw. I don't know why. If it was a Wendigo, it didn't hurt me, since everything I know about Wendigo points to them being malevolent beings. I'm just freaked out, I guess, and I wanted to share my story. If anyone has a better identification for whatever this thing was, let me know. For now, I think I'm going to get myself a dash cam. Pennsylvania roads are fucking spooky.
So 2 things. She was high as fuck, and it was just Amish kids on their Rumspringa.
Ah.
Okay. The other thing, I concur. I've seen more bear in Pennsylvania in the course of a week than I've seen in Michigan in the last 20 years.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
They just pop out, too, on the side of the road, and you're like, oh, bear.
Oh, I hear it's great for all types of game.
Yeah. The fish are huge, too. I've showed you guys pictures of those trout that I caught while I was there.
Now, one of the comments mention something that I talked about in my mimic episode,
Mhm.
which also mentioned Wendigos.
Mhm.
It was the knot deer,
Oh,
Yeah.
which I think this could have been.
A knot deer?
Yes,
Yep.
Okay.
because
I'm
that's
not super familiar with a knot
so.
deer.
The knot deer is basically a mimic,
That's not a deer.
but it takes the form of a deer, but it's always just wrong.
Okay.
It's all the same.
It's like an AI deer.
Yeah, more or less.
The first version of AI.
It's got 4 fingers.
So
It's got like 3 hooves.
but I kind of think that's if it could be anything, it would be that. Which
That seems more accurate.
a knot deer is just a mimic.
Yeah.
But it has similar characteristics to a deer.
Yeah.
It's slightly wrong, whether it be stretched or
Mhm.
and all it's doing is trying to lull you into some kind of comfortability
Mhm.
to get you close enough to take you out.
Fair enough. So, with the disappearances thing with the Wendigo, we didn't discuss that on the Missing 411 episode as a potential.
Right. So
we kind of decided it was something else. It was like portals, essentially.
I have a map of where Wendigo sightings happen.
Mhm.
And basically Michigan, Illinois, the lower part of Wisconsin,
Mhm.
most of Canada,
Huh.
Montana, and then you have Kentucky, northern, like mid Tennessee,
Mhm.
and then kind of up the East Coast.
Interesting.
So I think one of the main differences between a Wendigo and a Skinwalker are the area that they're in.
Yeah.
The Skinwalker is also slightly different.
Yeah, aren't they not like cannibalistic?
They were like cannibalism does come into it, but Skinwalkers were like the shamans
Okay.
that got power hungry.
Okay.
We'll have to do an episode on that next, which
So-
I think you had wanted to, right, Kyle?
Yes.
Yes.
So, like, thinking about the Wendigo as a whole, there's not a lot there. Like, I like it, but given that there's not a lot there, I kind of chalk it up to like something in native tradition.
Yeah, folklore for sure. And
Yes, as a folklorist, like our friends in Pennsylvania, I would tend to believe that it's a cultural thing that more melds into don't eat people and
That
reinforce it.
that was definitely like an underlying commonality
Yeah.
in everything I was reading.
Oh, really?
Is that it's more used as a
Don't go play on the road. Don't
Yeah.
eat people.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
now obviously there is people seeing things out there
Yeah.
that fit this, but
They could also be other things too.
yes. Personally, I think there is some reality to it.
Yeah.
I think, obviously the story behind it is probably more a cautionary tale.
Yes.
But just like, when you think about the Dog Man, like
Yeah.
there's people out there like, oh, the Dog Man was created, or Bigfoot was created by the natives as a way to combat the Dog Man, and so it's like there's so many different stories out there
Yeah.
that you really
Didn't
none of it's probably
Didn't we
true.
decide that Dogman was a tulpa?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Where it's been willed into existence.
yeah. Now, but it's like the story, like Wendigo sightings and stuff. I mean, they go back to, like way back in the anthropology.
Like pre-Columbian times.
Yeah, it's like, the first settlers came over and it was like, the
Hey, you
natives,
guys got to know about this Wendussy.
the natives were already talking about the Wendussy. Like, be careful.
Be careful about that Wendussy. So I'll buy that. But what if the Wendigo itself is also a tulpa, and it was willed into existence by the natives through their folklore that they created to make cannibalism in the winter taboo?
Yeah,
that makes sense. Be a cultural thing that they
and that was
make
the
themselves.
culture. Yeah.
Well, like one thing that kind of keeps all this, like Wendigo, Skinwalker, all that stuff, kind of separate from Bigfoot,
Yeah.
Yeti, all that other stuff, is you don't have the stories from around the world
Yeah.
that are also similar and describe the same things. Like this is very much a location-based thing.
Yeah. That you have a point in that, like, and that's, I always have a hard time wrapping my head around stuff like this, because I mean I'll touch the paranormal a little bit, and I'm generally kind of creeped out about that shit. I've told you guys that. But I have a hard time with stuff like this, like and I don't know why, because I don't discount the native stuff with regard to Bigfoot, but I'm just like, oh, this is just bullshit, when it comes to stuff like this. But when it comes to Bigfoot, I'm like, I'm realizing that inconsistency as I'm like talking right now.
Yeah.
Like, this is a present, like I just realized how inconsistent that is.
Well, it's like I said, it's one of those things where you have like this catalog of accounts from around the world, and they're all so similar to each other. And it's just like with Bigfoot and the Yeti, that's like a brown bear and a polar bear.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
They're very much the same species, but they have adapted to their areas.
Yep.
Yeah.
To survive.
That might be like the Fook monster.
The
Fook.
Well, and it's also
with his 3 toes going through the waterways.
Just in the United States, how many different climates and environments.
You got the Southwest, the Pacific Northwest, you got Michigan, you got Pennsylvania, you got, up in Maine, you got Florida Everglades,
we got
Bayou.
We got deserts, we got everything here.
Yeah.
I mean, every kind of environmental thing that you come across, we have here.
Yes.
So it makes sense that all these different things all these different places are going to impact how these things looked, how they smell, how they act, all that stuff.
Yeah, true.
That's a good point.
Hello.
Hey, Backwoods Cryptids, how you doing?
How's it going?
Happening?
Welcome aboard.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think the Wendigo is more of a cultural cautionary tale.
Yeah, that's kind of
I completely believe that people were seeing the things that they seen.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know how much of the actual lore is steeped in truth.
I go with that, because I'm really not one to discount like people who say they seen it, when they say they see things. Like I try to look for the rationale. If I don't believe what they're saying that they saw, it's not that I don't believe necessarily that they saw it. I don't assume it's a hoax. I assume they saw something, and I'm looking for something that I can logically make sense of what it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes that is just Bigfoot, or a Bigfoot that got hit by a semi that has its eye dangling out. But I fully believe in Bigfoot though. So
no, it's I just think it's one of those things where it's maybe not exactly what the story says, but it's still.
Well, I didn't know that they added the deer head and antlers.
Yeah, I was reading.
It's probably like a cultural addition. They wanted to make it scarier and more.
I
Well,
wonder
it's
if that's
just
like a Western thing that we added in.
Yeah.
probably.
Well, we made it cooler, so it's like, yeah, you got scary cannibalism, but do you have antlers?
Yeah. Well, I
Or
mean,
a dog man with mange.
yeah, yeah, there, yeah.
True.
That could be a thing.
Chronic wasting dog man.
Got into some bad deer meat.
Well, I would go with a 338 Lupula.
M1 Abrams.
Okay.
I don't know. He's pretty fast. Against an Abrams?
You can't rip into it though. You have to let him in. That's NBC. That is a NBC safe
There you
containment
go.
area.
Yeah. You can't get in.
They just need to get some distance. Have that stacked up with food.
I think a Modus would be good.
Mongoose.
I think a Benelli M4 with just buckshot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just raw dog.
I'd be happy with that.
There.
Yeah.
I really don't want to go hog hunting with him. He's going to put us in such dangerous situations.
You'll be fine.
I don't think I will.
Yeah, you will.
Kyle just
We'll
takes
train
off-
beforehand.
Kyle just takes
AR-10
off-
with 308.
There
Hell
you go.
yeah.
That's
Hell yeah.
classic. But you're shooting at a little skinny guy that's fast.
Yeah, the Wendussy.
You gotta shoot
That's why you
fast.
got to get the Timney trigger.
Oh,
No. What's the company that makes the FRT force reset trigger? You can't even control.
I need an AR-10 with a bump stock. So I mean, that's all I really have for this. But
man.
what I don't know. I think we're all kind of on the same page with it.
I'm going to cancel my deer Wendigo head tattoo. Boo. That's okay.
Well, if the Wendigo is a tulpa, then he now has
Well, that's true. You know,
a
has
deer skull and antlers
Yes.
because
Yeah,
I mean,
That's true.
because we willed it into existence.
Yeah. So mote it be.
So mote it be. Onward, tally ho to the Wendussy.
so I guess it's never too late to escape into the wilderness and eat your entire extended family,
Yes.
and then return to your town in Canada and confess to it all.
Yeah. Solid work there.
Good night,
Swift
everyone.
Road.
Good night.
Good night.
Camping in the woods all alone, and I can't get no sleep. There's a big old stupid Wendigo mess around in the trees. Pull my flashlight out and I turn it on, and God, what do I see? He's 10 foot tall, two swinging balls, and he wants to take a bite of me. I pulled a dirty move, yeah, and I took some guts. I kicked that stupid fucking Wendigo square